Hi, Linda from Westeros.org here. Way back before the first season of Game of Thrones, HBO sent out these promotional boxes, and we were lucky enough to get one, and we did an unboxing on camera. Since then, we haven't really done much in the way of that. We did some fountain pen reviews that were sort of unboxings. Of course, everyone knew there was a fountain pen in them already. But now there is this subscription box here from CultureFly, which is a Game of Thrones themed subscription box that is going to be coming out quarterly, so four times a year, and you'll be able to sign up either for a whole year in advance, which will make it a little cheaper. You'll get the boxes for $44.99 a piece instead of $49.99 a piece. So that way you sign up and you don't know what's going to be in the boxes. You can also sign up per quarter for each box, and I'm not strictly sure if you'll be able to do it after the contents have been revealed, but they are limited as well. The box we have here is, let me see, there was a number somewhere. Yes, we have a number here which says it is number 2757 of 5,000. So I guess they produce 5,000 of them, and basically they seem to be having a theme for them. This one is themed for the Noble Houses of Westeros, and as you can see here, we've got the box design shows various sigils. I don't know if they'll be doing a different box design for each box to reflect the theme, but it's entirely possible. And I think they're supposed to contain about 7 or 8 items. They reveal a couple of them in advance as sort of, this is an exclusive for this box, and then the rest are mystery items. There are already some reviews out of this box. It was a little late in showing up at our doorstep. It took a detour with the Swedish customs first, but we'll be getting into and seeing what we've got in here. So this is going to be my first real proper unboxing like this of a subscription box. I've actually done some virtual ones in the past, and I do little YouTube videos for my Second Life account as well, and subscription boxes are a thing in Second Life, so you rest out your virtual items and you reveal on camera there what it is you've got, and they've got all sorts of themes, some of furniture, clothing, and so on. But this is my first non-virtual subscription box. And see here what we got. So we're gonna open this up. This out of the way. There you go, Game of Thrones, and we have a fully packed box. Now, all of these are exclusives produced just for this box, and I think they said that the value, if they were on retail, would be around $100. So the box is supposed to sort of be half the value that you pay for it. And we have a little card here which actually reveals all the items, so I'll just put that one aside here and show that afterwards to make the items a bit more interesting. And we'll start with the first one, this big yellow thing here, which is basically a golden hand. I wonder if you can wear it. No. Yes, if you don't have tiny hands like I do. Might make a good oven mitt. It is an oven mitt, actually. Well, then it should make a good oven mitt. It is a Jaime Lannister golden hand silicone oven mitt. And here I thought of something, you can have it decorative. But that's kind of fun. I could definitely see using that as an oven mitt. Put it down here and see if we can get a better shot from it. We're trying something fancy with an extra camera here. So this is your perfectly, I guess, well, if it was actually gold, it wouldn't be great as an oven mitt, I suppose. It would kind of melt a little bit if it was really hot. But since it's a silicone, it should do perfectly fine as an oven mitt. And what do we have next? I'll look for this thing. And now I'm not going to make any assumptions about what it is or isn't before reading the card here. This is the Baratheon drinking horn. And that's all the information we've got here, but basically you have your cup and a little stand And you have a leather band or something inside of it. And I'm going to give you a better look at that here as well. I'm going to make a terrible noise here if I try to open these plastic things, I think, so I will just leave them as they are for now. And then we have something soft here, which is a Game of Thrones t-shirt with, or at least some of them. Do it like this instead, I think. And this is definitely not my size. When you order the box, you specify, that's the only thing you specify your t-shirt size. And I think when we were asked about reviewing this box, we gave them Elio's t-shirt size. So I could perhaps have it as a 90, but this is a nice one. I like the print of the house symbols on this one. As sort of a nice neutral thing, so that's a good one for our collection of Game of Thrones t-shirts. Let's see if I can give it a little bit of a show in front of the camera here, maybe, to give you a sense of what that looks like. And then we'll go for this white thing here, which I'm going to have to look at the sheet, I think, because I'm not strictly sure what this is. It is the North Remembers Notepad. So I guess for your secret little messages that you might pass around with your Northern resistance, you can write it on this very inconspicuous sign that in no way will give away your house loyalties if you write it on a little dire wolf. But you know, that's a nice way of leaving your notes in a stylish way. Of course, it won't stand up. That will have shown it at least. And what else can we dig up here? We'll go for something Targaryen here. And I'm going to look at the back again. This is a pouch with, I'm going to cheat again. It is a dragon hand warmer. All right. Basically, you have a heat reaction created by the crystallization of the contents of the pouch, and then it will use boiling water to... Okay, I've used one of these before, I think, as a neck warmer. So this is something that I guess you could put in your gloves, perhaps, or something else, or you just hold in your hands when your hands are cold. And that is a very appropriate use of the Targaryen symbol, I have to admit. This is, and I do have very cold hands, just call me cold hands. So this will be excellent for not having me freeze to death occasionally. I come in from when I've been out with a dog, training the dog, and you know, when you're trying to give the dog's treat and clicker train him, you can't have gloves on. So try that in the winter in Sweden, and then you'll definitely need one of these dragon hand warmers afterwards. And we dig into the box again, and I come out with a banner pin for House Greyjoy. This is quite the large pin, I have to say. It's got, let me see, it's attached here. I'll see if you can see it here. Basically, the pins go through the this fastening here that they've got for fastening it onto the cardboard. And this is quite the declaration of your Greyjoy allegiance. Apparently the Greyjoys fell flat on their face. No comment on that. But you should probably attach it to something and then maybe it won't. But that's definitely a good way of showing house allegiance. And then we have a box here inside the box that looks interesting. And this is the House Sigil stamp set. And I'm going to show it here, but then we're going to have to employ some magic of editing, because this one I actually have to open, because sigil stamps are a very cool thing. Well, it's open, and you've got stamps for 5 of the great houses. And you have a little ink pad here, so you take your little stamp out, and you dip it in the ink pad, and you stamp something. Let's see, probably the ink pad is also closed up in some way. I'm gonna give you a look at this first here. Closer look. Of course it won't balance, but at least the ink pad came out. And I'm gonna see here. Oh, that one is also sealed up with plastic, of course. And I just ate my nails yesterday, but Aha, this one wasn't as tough as the outer box. So we are going to give this a try. And I am going to pick Targaryen because I really like Targaryen. And you press it down. I presume you press it down like that at least. You probably have to press it down a little bit more actually. There's no instructions, but we will see. And there looks like I have some color, and fortunately I have a piece of paper. While I rummage around like this, we'll see if that manages to do anything. Well, it might be that I need to do it a little bit longer to get the full effect of it, but it definitely has promise. I like this sort of thing, and it would definitely be a cool way of putting sigils on whatever you want to have them on. Obviously, I imagine that you could use this with other types of ink pads as well. I've had some ink pads with gold dust, for example, and you could probably use it with those as well. You just have to check what this material is made of and see if it's compatible. And from stamps, we go on to this box, which says it is a Tyrrell planter, also very appropriate. We need to open this one, see if we can get into it. We've got some styrofoam here, and there we go. A little green flower pot with Tyrrell words and Tyrrell sigil. Quite cute, I have to say. That's nice for your spring flowers. I do have a thing for gardening and planting things, actually. Maybe I should put some basil in it and have it in the kitchen. That might be appropriate. That one here, and move that one there, and then we dive in for the very last item from this, the first CultureFly Game of Thrones subscription box. And I saved the, well, maybe not the best for last, because I really like those sigil stamps, but who can resist ghosts? It's a figurine. So you've basically got a little display wolf here. He does look quite mean, I have to say. He's got big teeth, and he's got his red eyes, and generally looking pretty dire-wolfy, I will say. So here we go, to get you a better shot of that one. I don't think I'll bring him out of the box, but he might get to be on our bookshelves for the next video that we do, for example. It's nice to switch things out there occasionally. They are currently rather full of Game of Thrones things, as you probably have seen over the years, but never hurts to introduce a new little ghost, for example. So I thought this was quite an interesting mix of things. The fact that they've actually thought about sort of house properties for some of them, so like the Targaryen handwarmer in particular, and the Tyrrell planter. I also like that sort of connection, that it's something that suits the houses. And I have to say that the silicone glove was, the oven mitt was a fun way of using the golden hand for Jaime Lannister. So quite a fun mix of things, and I'm interested in seeing what they do as the next theme for these boxes, and you know, I hope these will work out. I don't know what the market for these sort of collectibles actually is like, but a limited run of 5,000 seems probably pretty reasonable, and you know, people like to have these exclusives, so we'll see how it goes. And we are going to be trying to do maybe a couple more videos coming up soonish. I mean, obviously we don't have Game of Thrones this year, so we'll see what else we can do in the sort of more Song of Ice and Fire content and so on. Until then.